Now, Airports Company South Africa says, well, it's ready for an influx of travelers, with the festive peak season starting tomorrow. Acsa CEO Mpumi Mpofu says measures have been put in place to ensure ease of travel for all its passengers. Tambo International Airport has experienced significant disruptions in recent weeks, including fuel and technical issues. Newzroom Africa's Veronica Makhoali reports.
While millions of travellers are expected to descend upon the country's airports to start their festive season holidays, but many will be grappling with anxiety following a string of operational challenges that have been faced at some of the airports, specifically at Tambo International Airport. Now, there's been at least two significant incidents, one including a jet fuel challenge, as well as, of course, the unresponsive or technical glitch, one might say, of the BMA's biometric system meant to process passports. I am with Acsa's CEO Mpumi Mpofu just to get a bit more understanding and perhaps maybe some few words to passengers as to what we can expect this festive travel season and, of course, the incidences and challenges that have faced the airport. Mayor, thank you so much for your time. I think let's talk about how we are addressing the two main challenges, the two incidences that have happened to assure travellers.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I hope what we've been able to demonstrate today is that firstly we do very detailed planning for the festive season, and we had done it with all the stakeholders, with all the information that indicates peak days, that indicates how many passengers we forecast will be coming through the system, what staff members they must deploy, how they must manage passenger processing, and really provide passengers with a pleasant experience. It's unfortunate that we've had two incidences, and these incidences have been almost exogenous in a sense, not expected in relation to our plans. And the first one was the jet fuel system. We were able to very quickly come back to the South African public and confirm the understanding of what caused the problem. And we're able to show a drive shaft part that goes into a jet fuel valve that had just broken into smithereens. And we made that public because we really want the public to have confidence that firstly we're able to detect the root cause, and secondly that we're able to share that information with them, because a number of them were affected as a result of this. And we know the inconvenience that was caused, and we really apologize for that, because we couldn't have anticipated a draft shaft breaking into smithereens, even if we were the cleverest of people. But I just wish that the public would understand this is a pretty complex system and it is extensive. The one line we're talking about is 1.8 kilometers long across the platform, underneath runways and in very difficult places where some of the work has to interrupt our own activity. So it's a very carefully managed process. But the other thing about jet fuel is, I could say the obvious, it's a highly inflammable. The safety standards that are implemented when you are dealing with jet fuel, it's not like a hose pipe of water. There are multiple stages that you go through whenever you deal with jet fuel lines, just to preserve safety, to avoid maybe spillage, to ensure that you don't have problems that then are on the environment and the surrounding areas as you handle it. But just also to ensure that as you are working with a jet fuel line, the risk of flammability and others are kept to a minimum. But we adhere to all of those safety standards. So the reality, the assurance we give is from the elements that we've implemented in December, from the safety measures that we've put in place, we are quite comfortable that we're unlikely to have any further incidences on jet fuel this time. In fact, in February, we'll have a bypass, and immediately that gives the additional assurance. And then in March next year, we'll have a brand new line.